Folks, welcome back to another brutal and honest food review. Today, we are testing out the brand new Marks & Spencer's chocolate bars. In fact, they're not brand new, are they? These are a revival of the 80s classic under the St. Michael's brand. There's 4 new ones to choose from. They did bring one back out a while ago, but because it was well received, they brought some more back out. Let's take a little look at what we got though, and let's have a guess at what they are a dupe of, because let's be honest with you, they are Marks & Spencer's own version of a certain type of chocolate bar. Here's the 4 of them here. Before we get everybody screaming in the comments, which usually happens when we do these things, can you actually get these as they are? Yeah, you know what? You can actually get them as an import now, but coming back under the St. Michael's brand, Marks & Spencer's have decided that they're going to try and do something like bring back some retro sweets. Now, these are £1 each. £1 for a chocolate bar. It's a Marks & Spencer's price, but given the way that chocolate bars are going these days, you're probably looking to pay 70-80p for a normal one. So it's actually not far off what a normal supermarket would charge. All right, this one is the Coconut Grove. Not everybody's favourite flavour chocolate. It's clearly a copy of a Bounty. We've then got the Now bar. This one is a copy of a Twix. So yeah, but there you go. You can see the St. Michael's logo on there. You've got the St. Michael's Sparks bar, you know, obviously Sparks, Marks and Sparks, etc. I believe this one is a dupe of a Mars bar. Finally, the Jet bar. We know what it is. It's a soft nougat, peanut to caramel centre. It's a Snickers. What makes these completely different from either what was brought out before or what's out now? Well, let's taste them and find out. I'm hoping, maybe for once, we've got a Marks & Spencer's product we actually quite like. All right, let's get the groove on with the Coconut Grove. This has got like a double one in there, like a dual one. I'm not sure if they came out like that previously, but I know they've probably been normal size Bounty bar. That's what they're like on there. Let's check them out and open them up. That's pretty good, you know, pretty full inside. Let me just check something first though. Are they made by Mars? Because that could be interesting to see if it's the same kind of bar. Let's have a look on there. No, these are made in Spain by M&S PLC. So far, maybe not. I mean, that could still be the origin of Mars anyway. But there you go. Right, Bounty. Coconut Grove, I mean. Oh, very good. Do you know what? I love anything coconut. Not for everybody out there. I'm well aware of that one. You know, I'm the kind of person who, when you get the tins at Christmas and that one, I'll always eat the Bounties. And Mrs. GNF loves the Bounties as well, but what I like about this one is absolutely stacked full. Chocolate's nice and thick on the top, and it's not too overpowering in the flavour. You're getting a subtle kind of coconut coming through and the chocolate as well. And do you know what? I know I've not always been the biggest fan of M&S chocolate. It's nice chocolate. I don't know whether they've brought them same as they were in the kind of 1980s, but what I will say on these is, do I prefer this to a normal Bounty? Actually, I do, you know. For a quid, a little bit more expensive than a normal Bounty bar, but I'd probably go for this one again. Very nice, love it. Okay, I'm giving this one a 9 out of 10, which I know, for me and Marks & Spencer's, is a push. Right. The Now bar, the little Twix version that they've got. 2 bars in there, obviously. There we go. Little crack there. Oh, nice caramel pull. Very good. See inside there, you've got the kind of the biscuits, the caramel. I mean, pretty similar to a Twix really, isn't it? Do you know what? That's disappointed me a little bit. And I'll tell you what it is. Because you're kind of comparing it to what a Twix would be like, the caramel in there's nice. It's not quite the same as you'd expect. Chocolate on the outside is all right. It's the biscuit inside that's very different. I think obviously if it's an M&S biscuit, they're using their kind of own recipe for shortbread in there or whatever type of biscuit it is really. I wouldn't, if I had the choice, you put them in front of me, a Twix or one of these, I think I'd definitely go for a Twix. It's just got that kind of extra bit of edge in the flavour. It's not to say it's not a nice chocolate bar. I think it's all right, but yeah, not quite there. Compared to that Bounty that we've just tried, or the Bounty version, worlds apart. Giving that one 5 out of 10. The Sparks bar, Marks and Sparks, Marks, Sparks, 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 Marks, Sparks, Marks and Sparks bar. A Sparks bar. Clearly the dupe of a Mars bar. Not a bad size. I mean, that's a standard size of chocolate bars these days. I bet they were about this big when they first came out. But and also, I do love the retro packaging. Break there. Ooh. There we go. Oh, sometimes my job, where I get to taste chocolate, happy days. Good. It's nice. Again, technically, not quite the same taste as you get from a Mars bar, but I've got to say, that kind of nougat in there and the caramel, that one's working really well. And the chocolate, nice and thick on the outside. Do I prefer this to a Mars bar? I think I do, you know. Interesting. Cracking little chocolate bar. I've got to say, the taste of them is pretty good. I'm just going to check the ingredients for anybody out there who might want to know. I can't actually see. Oh yeah, there's palm fat in there. So there is one person who always comments on my videos that always goes full of seeds or full of palm oils. Now, just to be clear, I'm not overly concerned about things containing palm oil, particularly chocolate. It's everywhere. I would rather people be outraged with palm oil about the whole thing. It's in bread, it's in everything. Let's not just focus on the chocolate, focus on everything. But at least you guys know that some of these do contain palm fat, that one. I understand, by the way, what goes on, the deforestation, the sustainability, etc. I have done my research. But as I keep saying, it's in everything. So if it does really bother you and you want to be outraged by it, be outraged by everything, not just chocolate. Anyway, right, let's get back to the rating on it. Like it, tasty, chunky chocolate on it. Better than a Mars? In my opinion, I think it is. A 9 out of 10. Lastly, the Jet Bar, obviously a Snickers. Again, another chunky little chocolate bar there. It's quite heavy as well. Let's break it open. Okay. No good at splitting these up, am I? Which one am I going to go for? I'll go for the little one to try first. I've got to say, it's packing some proper flavour in there. Loads of peanuts, loads of that kind of caramel in there. Chocolate is still nice and thick on it as well, you know. A lot of these chocolate bars these days have reduced the thickness of the chocolate on the outside. We're getting a good, complete flavour in there of everything. Do I prefer this against a Snickers? I'm quite partial to a Snickers, or have been growing up, but this one feels like it's got some of them proper roots in there, like, you know, how things used to taste. It's giving you like a flavour sensation there. Do I prefer it? I wouldn't say no if you gave me one of these for a Christmas or a birthday present. They're very good again. Wow. Another 9 out of 10 on that one. So folks, these retro chocolate bars, I think they're going to go down a storm, going down a proper treat. I like them. You're feeling like they've gone a bit more back to proper flavours in them. A lot of chocolate these days has changed in flavour over time. Ingredients change, sugars changed, palm oils, whatever you want to call it, what the issues are, they're changing over time. It's all for profits. Now, $1 a pound each. So you're probably paying 25p, maybe 30p more than a normal chocolate bar that you'd kind of standard ones you get. But they've actually held up to their own. Apart from that Now bar, not quite there, but the rest have done really, really well. I actually quite like them. They're £1, they're out in M&S. I think they're going to stick around for a while. They're going to get my G&F seal of approval, pretty much. Go give them a try and see what you think. That'll do for this one, folks. We'll see you on to it next.